we were looking at hip hop, right, and what hip hop does and how we have certain images or imagery in hip hop that leads to certain profiling, as in this case. And Jason Whitlock from Fox Sports, people, you're pretty familiar with his trolling ass.
I can't stand him, man.
Well, he said he called hip hop as no, he didn't call hip hop as the devil, but there was another guy, the guy from The Last Boys. Anyway, but what he was saying is that hip hop is partially responsible for what happened. This is what Jason Whitlock said. He said, thug rappers and their employees are partially to blame for Zimmerman seeing a black kid in a hoodie and immediately thinking punk criminal. The same group is also partially responsible for making young people think it's cooler to pose as a wannabe thug than a wannabe scholar. Agree or disagree?
I hella disagree, man, because what he's applying is everything we do is going to be demonized. Everything that's not American, not part of the white Caucasian culture, is going to be demonized. Like, pretty much you're saying that Trayvon got killed because he wasn't part of the American culture, you know. So I really have a problem with that. You know, I believe that everybody's supposed to express and look how they want to look without being profiled or, you know, being judged at all. We should be treated as people, as equal, you know. So, and that's how I was thinking, you know, coming here is like, Trayvon got killed because he was looking less as a human because of how he wanted to carry himself, you know.
What's funny about that whole discussion is, yeah, I agree with you 110,000%, man. I disagree with what he's saying, but only to a certain degree, because I've told them this before the skinny jean thing got popular. I got called faggot every single time I went to a show. But we're sitting here saying that hip hop is being victimized. Hip hop was calling me a faggot on a regular basis.
Well,
but just because of the way I dressed, I am part of your culture. I am coming to your shows. I am coming to enjoy your music. They wouldn't even speak to me.
You know what the problem is? We don't control our culture. You see what I'm saying? So what he said, I partially agree with that, because like Mike said, they were calling him faggot and all that. You know, people profile Trayvon because of what he had on, but who controls the imagery?
Yeah, but black people, man, we got so many personalities and different styles and everything, and I think now, but
not 10 years ago.
Not
even 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was getting drinks knocked out of my hand.
Yeah.
I was getting people trying me.
Come here,
Out of here.
It was probably me, dog. It was probably me, dog. I'm sorry, man.
I think that the media is controlled. I agree with you. The image is controlled, but the problem is that it's demonized. Like Outkast, Andre says that line, is everybody with fronts for the falls, everybody with dreads for the calls. Like, I mentioned to you before, ever since I went natural, it's, oh, my sister, like I was just as much a sister before, you know, with my permed hair. But I feel that we cannot allow the media to tell us that if a dark-skinned male is in a hoodie at night, you should be afraid. And that's what we're allowing, that's what we're saying. If Trayvon Martin was a nerdy, geeky kid with some glasses on and got killed, I think the response would have been different. But he smoked weed. So it was probably his fault anyway. I mean, really, what was he doing in the neighborhood? Like, that's the response we're getting. We're not responding to it correctly because of the way Trayvon looked. And that's, again, has to deal with, you know, the media's portrayal of black people.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like, I think that's why hip-hop artists should be responsible, because the way they keep portraying how it's supposed to be cool to be looking a certain way or dressed a certain way or act a certain way.
But it is cool. It should be cool for them to dress like that.
Why does it matter?
It shouldn't matter, because the media controls.
If I want to wear
what you want to wear, it's about.
I mean, if I want to dress like a video vixen, you're gonna kill me. But if I'm in a hoodie though, at night, it's a problem.
Hip-hop's supposed to be about self-expression, so I don't understand why that's such an issue right there.
I'm sorry, man. Y'all can call me Megan. All this shit is such fucking lip service to me. How I look at this situation right now is like a fucking movie. Right now, you know how you watch movies.
We just saw it play out in the last year.
Well, not just that, but when you watch a movie and there's like 30 people getting just capped in the background. You have in the credits, victim A, played by this person, victim B, played by this person. Then the main character, if they get shot, Trayvon Martin, played by this person. It's a fucking movie. Right now you have victim A through quadruple Z getting shot every fucking day, and right now Trayvon is the main character.
And Sean,
next week it'll be a new movie.
This is Sean Bell was the main character.
Exactly.
But that's our problem. That's
I agree.
That's a black problem. Because what are we gonna do? What's it gonna take? Who has to die before we say, you know what? I'm tired of this. We are not gonna be governed like this, and we're gonna stand up for ourselves. At what point are we gonna realize this is a foreign land and we're not being governed by ourselves? We're not functioning in a legal system that is for us. So yeah, is it messed up that Trayvon's the main character or that Sean Bell's the main character and Darius Simmons falls under the radar? Yeah, but who has to die before it becomes a main issue in our community? Forget CNN, forget Fox News, forget all that. When are we gonna stand up and do something about it?
So bringing this back to kind of where we started with the initial question from Twitter is, you know, should hip hop say something to do something? Not just right now, you know, at this moment in time. You know, don't let this be, you know, Troy Davis or Oscar Grant. Moving forward, let's continue this discussion. Let's make music or do more than, you know, attend rallies for this week.
Man, if hip hop, god damn it, this shit aggravates the fuck out of me. If hip hop really cared to be rallies every fucking day,
I feel you, but
there should be rallies every other hour until shit changes.
I understand, but the voice, man, the voice, the music, they can speak with the music to people.
And they don't. But you know what? It seems like we only get. This is gonna sound fucked up, but we only seem. I know you want me to say it. We only seem to get really angry when white media is on our side with getting angry. We don't really give a fuck if it's, like I said before, if there's a neighborhood that's just getting demolished and there's kids dying on a daily, if it's just black kids dying, we don't say shit. But when white media jumps up and says, hey everybody, look, this is a tragedy, they were like, yeah.
That's why hip hop needs to stand up and make a voice. We need an Ice Cube. We need somebody to step forward and be that voice.
That's why they are scared of the internet, because now this right here, this platform gives us the power back, and we are speaking out on it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if we should or we shouldn't or whatever, we have a platform. We're using it to what we think something should be said about. But you know, and I think at the end of the day, with hip hop, just in general, you just need to take control back. You just need to take control back.
Yeah, it shouldn't stop here. And I think that's the thing, and I think that's the thing that I'm afraid of.
It probably
most,
is though. I know
is that it's going to stop here.
The next
movie is going to come out, and we're going to move on to that. The second somebody else dies for some bullshit, Trayvon is gonna go right back in the bucket with
like Troy Davis did.
With Troy Davis, with with all of that.
I'm a firm believer knowledge is power. You have to understand what's happening so you can change what's happening. So I'm a firm believer in that. But at the same time, sometimes I feel powerless. Like, damn, what the hell do I do? So when I'm saying we need a leader, we need a Martin Luther King. We need a Tupac. Somebody that, you know what I'm saying? But that's the truth. But that's the reason why they kill him. But that's the reason why they kill him, because oh shit, he's rallying all these people. You know what I'm saying? They have a purpose, and now they have a way that they're moving that can really make changes. Get rid of the leader, cut the head off the snake, let the rest of the body die.
You never know how many people in your neighborhood think the same way you do. But our problem is we're always waiting for that person to come up and say, hey, everybody think like this and we're gonna do this.
But if we could get a group together that could
that's what I'm saying.
We really need the financial backing, that financial ability and that ability to teach trades to each other, teach business to each other, teach how to manage our money to each other.
Do you think hip hop should respond?
Definitely. I feel like trap rappers really have to start taking responsibility for their music. I know that we all looking at it from a business, you know, like this is how we get our money, but look at it like how much the music is going to influence people and how much, you know, the court of law can use your music against you. You definitely have to look at that, and us as black people we got to do a better job of just getting to know each other, rather than just like, I'm gonna get a job and I'm gonna move out the neighborhood and I'm done with the neighborhood. I'm gone. I'm so gone. Forget about the rest of everybody else. I'm gonna move here, and you know, I'm gonna keep to myself. We have to really start, you know, caring for each other.
I definitely think hip hop should respond. I definitely think it's important, and I'm not concerned about who says what or how they say it. If you're angry, say you're angry. If you're sad, say you're sad. I think that as black people, we need to embrace our responses and just be realistic that we're multifaceted people. Some of us dress in skinny jeans, some of us don't. And I think it's hip hop's responsibility to respond. And that's our voice, that's our outlet right now. We don't have a news channel that anybody would watch, at least. So let's get the message out there. Let's respond as a people and let it be known that we're not going to stand for this. Whether it be Trayvon, Genesis, Sean Bell, whomever.
If you have an opinion, if you feel like your word needs to be heard, then say whatever you feel that needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have a mouth. That's why you have intuition. That's why you have intellect, hopefully. That's why, you know, you can say and do whatever you want. Hopefully it comes out in a positive way. But again, you know, then hip hop is a form that allows you to express yourself. And, you know, for me, that's part of my contribution to everything. Is I'm gonna give you my mind, and if we're like-minded people, let's link up and, you know, let's do stuff. It has to start somewhere, and that's why, you know, I love being a part of this, because it's not just about me and whatever I think and whatever these guys think. It's like what y'all think too, and that's why y'all like us and why y'all follow and everything. So, you know, if you have a voice, man, just say it.
Because of hip hop and the certain imageries that we portray in the culture, or the culture that the culture's portrayed from the outside looking in, when you see someone that looks that way, you think a certain way by default or intentional, whatever. You know, hip hop can continue to do what they do, but I think we have to be more socially involved with some of the things that's going on, and not just having that linear relationship between, you know, us as fans and you as artists. I think you need to pay attention to things that's going on in the community, and not just wait for something like Trayvon to happen. You know what I'm saying? Speak out, you know, about everything that's going on. There's plenty of injustices, as Mike pointed out before, as everybody has pointed out in some fashion, that goes on a day-to-day basis. So let's not lose this moment. You know, let's continue this moment and move it forward, and continue to just, you know, try to raise the awareness.
I guess piggybacking off the second point that Ken made, yeah, you just gotta wake up and just be aware of what's going on in your surroundings, in the black community and just in your community in general. You know, don't leech on to what the media's saying. You know, like people say, like I think what Mike said, be your own leader. You know, be your own leader. Find out what's going on. Find out what's the killings are happening. If you have a problem with it in your community, stand up and say something about it. Don't just wait till when the media say something and you going on social media and saying, oh, I put my picture all black. I'm standing up for Trayvon Martin. Honey, get your hoodie right now. Let me snap a picture of you. Don't do that. Just stay, you know, do something more than that. You know what I'm saying? Sign petitions for stuff. Talk to leaders. You know, do something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say.
I want hip hop to say something, but I'm afraid of hip hop saying something. I'm afraid. Yes, and that's real. I mean, I'm afraid of what some people might say, and that's why when you said earlier, everyone should speak up, I said, no, man, some of y'all should just shut the fuck up. You have to think about the ramifications of your words. Are your words going to benefit the situation? Are they going to enlighten anybody? Are they going to bring any awareness? Or are they just going to spark useless, pointless anger? If it's the latter, you're not helping the situation. What I took from this Zimmerman situation, look, man, and this is gonna sound like some hippie shit, love your friends, man. You don't know when they might get shot for some bullshit. For all I know, Fibo could be walking to the street tomorrow and get shot because of the way he dresses. You know, think about that. Think about how your actions can be taken by other people, and think about how people can just look at you and just react based on useless and pointless and baseless ideas, you know, and try to change that. Don't just look at this like It's just a black and white issue. This is bigger than that. Someone, what's his name, Douglas Scott, I think is the white guy that just shot somebody, this past week? Because the kids wouldn't turn their fucking music down and use the same. Or maybe he just, you know what? It probably just got brought up because of fucking Trayvon. Because their music was too loud. No, he just now claimed the stand your ground defense. He just said, well, I was standing my ground. You were outside of the car, you approached their car, and you shot them.
And we're home.
It's the same fucking thing. Look at these situations, assess these situations, and do what you can to change them.